There are many amazing places to live around Grand Rapids, and today we're going to take an in-depth look at Kentwood. Kentwood is an amazing suburb of Grand Rapids, and I want to give you a glimpse into what the neighborhoods are like and what the lifestyle is like in Kentwood, Michigan. I'm Realtor Nick Belmore, and I specialize in helping buyers find the right house for them. I also specialize in helping sellers get to the home that fits them the best right now. So what I want to do with you guys today is dive right into some of this amazing content. Let's check out Kentwood. Well, Kentwood is an amazing place to live. There are a bunch of other suburbs that are great just the same. So do me a favor and subscribe to the channel because I'm doing an in-depth profile on each and all of the suburbs around Grand Rapids, and I don't want you guys to miss it. The first thing I want to get into is the average price. Kentwood, on average, over the past year, has sold for $326,000. Now, something interesting about Kentwood, too, is because it is in such high demand, the average list-to-sale ratio has been 103% of list price in the city of Kentwood, just showing the appetite that a lot of buyers have to live in such an amazing place. When it comes to distance, we're about a 13-minute drive to downtown Grand Rapids and just about a 10-minute drive in Kentwood to the airport, depending on where you're at. If you're on the far east side of Kentwood, it could be even under 5 minutes to the airport because the airport does border Kentwood, Michigan. When we look at the distance to Lake Michigan, it would be about a 42-minute ride to get to the lakeshore, to get to the beach on Lake Michigan. Kentwood has an A- school rating. A great rating for the area, and Kentwood actually has a bigger population at 54,000 and a lot of choices when it comes to elementary, junior high, and high school for the city of Kentwood. Also, Kentwood does have a lot of sports-specific facilities for the school, and that is a great perk to the school system in Kentwood, Michigan. When we start to look at the neighborhoods in Kentwood, we have a lot of variety. Kentwood has some areas that were really heavily developed in the 50s and 60s. So you do see a lot of those typical post-World War II homes in some sections. And as we start to even get more to the east, you do see where the expansion had happened, and we have even some of those 80s and 90s style homes that we see with more of the separated living room, dining room type of floor plans, but we do see in those homes a little bit bigger closets and a little bit more of those modern amenities. However, Kentwood has still stayed a popular destination for home builders today. So there's even multiple builders that are putting up new homes in Kentwood and have been for the past 10 years, which even brings us quite a bit of modern style housing in the city of Kentwood. So no matter what you're looking for, there's definitely something for you in Kentwood. When we get into the public amenities, the things to do in Kentwood, there is a lot of choice. Kentwood has some beautiful parks. Of course, I want to talk about one of my favorite places, and I talk about it in these videos a lot because it's awesome, and that is the Kent District Library. Kentwood actually has one of the largest branches of the Kent District Library. So even though there's a ton of choice in all the branches, there's even more when it comes to Kentwood's library. When it comes to films, when it comes to different books, when it comes to just accessibility, the Kentwood Library or the Kent District Library in its Kentwood location have just more to offer than some of the smaller areas out there. The other thing with Kentwood is we want to look at the farmers market. It has a great farmers market with farmers from all over the area bringing their stuff in. Now, the Kentwood farmers market, like a lot of them, is just one day a week, and you can find that on the city website because I know it oftentimes does change, but a great variety and a ton of fresh produce when it comes to that farmers market. Also, Kentwood has beach volleyball courts in some of the public parks, something you don't see in all the cities. Just an area of sand and permanent volleyball nets. You would have to bring your own volleyball in order to play, but it's absolutely free. Also, the Home Acres Skate Park for the kids is another great free amenity in Kentwood. If you're into jumping on your skateboard and sliding down rails and going through half pipes and all that different stuff, it's completely free and it's available pretty much from dusk till dawn in the city of Kentwood. The other thing that we want to look at in Kentwood is the East Paris Nature Park. It's a beautiful place to go with a ton of different trails and really a good taste of the wilderness in Kentwood. Also, JC's Park in Kentwood has a disc golf course. Of course, Kentwood does take up part of the Paul Henry Thornapple Trail. It's a great place to go ride your bike, and you can go for miles and miles on this great trail. And of course, Pinewood Park in Kentwood does also have a splash pad. So if you're looking for something to do with the kids, it's a great place to go. And Veterans Memorial Park is a place to go if you're interested in public basketball courts. So much in Kentwood. This is just a small piece of some of the public amenities, but it has a ton of stuff for us to look at. When it comes to food shopping in Kentwood, then there's a lot of choice because we have a good size area. So when it comes to Kentwood, we absolutely have Horrocks, which is a specialty grocery store. And of course, Horrocks does have a large plant or nursery attached to it. So if you're interested in fresh produce, if you're interested in meat, seafood, all that great stuff that you would find in a grocery store, Horrocks is a cool place to visit. They also have some prepared food there, and Horrocks has specialty beers, and of course we're in Grand Rapids area, so of course there is a bar in Horrocks so you can have and test these specialty beers while you're shopping for groceries for the family. Definitely worth checking out. Also, Kentwood is the home to our only Trader Joe's. So if you're a Trader Joe's fan in the area, Kentwood's definitely the place to come to check it out. Of course, when we also look at some of this stuff, we have a Whole Foods. The only Whole Foods is actually in the city of Kentwood here in our area. The other thing that we want to look at is Kentwood does have some Asian specialty markets. So if you're interested in things that are imported from Asia, I go there actually for a couple of different things myself. Those places are great. And there's actually 3 different specialty Asian stores in the city of Kentwood. Also, there is the Sam's Club. So if you're into that bulk shopping, Kentwood does have one of our few Sam's Clubs here in West Michigan, the other one being over in the Holland area. All right, as we start to take a look at the things to do in Kentwood, there is a ton of entertainment. There is a ton of variety in the city of Kentwood. One of the biggest attractions, it draws people in all the time, is the Woodland Mall. Probably the biggest and the fanciest mall that we have here in West Michigan. And of course, also, we want to look at the theaters because Kentwood really has 2 amazing theaters. There is the Celebration Cinema South Theater, and that's a great theater, a little bit older than the other one that I'm going to talk about, which is the redone Phoenix Movie Theater. The Phoenix Movie Theater is attached to the mall, and it goes for a little bit more of the luxury seating. It has a lot more variety when it comes to food, and it does have a bar in the Phoenix Theater. So if you're interested in having a drink, possibly watching the latest movies as they're coming out, the Phoenix Theater is a cool place for stuff along the lines. There is a Dave & Buster's in Kentwood if you're into the latest electronics and video game experiences. Of course, there is the Locked 460 escape rooms, and those are a cool place if you're into the escape rooms, puzzle solving, all that kind of stuff. Of course, there's also the Grand Rapids Skate and Event Center. That's in Kentwood. If you're into roller skating, bringing some of that fun back from the old days, roller skating is more popular than ever. Of course, if you're into rollerblades, they're available there just the same too. Last but not least, I want to talk about the Sky Zone Trampoline Park. This is definitely a favorite destination for the kids and worth checking out if you're in the city of Kentwood. Kentwood also has a variety of unique restaurants. Now, when I talk about this in the city guide, yes, all the chains are there too. Those things are absolutely in the majority of our cities here in West Michigan, but I'm more keyed in on some of the unique pieces when it comes to our city guides. So when we look at unique restaurants, there's a couple of one. Cooper's Hawk Winery is definitely one to check out, and they have a lot of gourmet high-end dishes that they serve there, as well as a great variety of wines. Florentine's is also another place that's worth checking out in the city of Kentwood. BJ's Brewhouse, although it's a chain, it's the only one that we have here in West Michigan, and they chose to build their restaurant last year in the city of Kentwood as well. Also, as we start to look at it, there is the Cheesecake Factory in Kentwood. Also, again, maybe a national chain, but the only one that we have here in West Michigan, and it's absolutely in Kentwood. Pepino Sports Grill is a local favorite. They definitely are here in the city of Kentwood, and Tres Amigos Mexican is a great place too in Kentwood if you really want that authentic Mexican food. If you got value out of this video, definitely make sure that you like and subscribe, because what that's going to do is it's going to set you up to get notifications for the rest of our city guides as they come out. I hope you got some value out of this thing, and if you have questions that I didn't answer, or if you're interested in a different city, or maybe even I forgot something amazing that you know about in Kentwood, drop it into the comments below. And if you want to talk about finding the perfect house for you and your family, reach out to me. My contact information is also in the description below, and I would love to help you on your journey of finding the best house for you.